Okay, Mr. Jain, thank you very much for joining us on the performance of the PLI schemes. Let's shift focus to the auto sector now. The auto component manufacturing industry saw a growth of nearly 35% in the first half of FY23. According to a report by industry body ACMA, the components export grew by 8.6% in the first half, while imports grew by 17.2%. Meanwhile, component sales to OEMs grew by 46%. We're joined by Sanjay Kapoor, president of ACMA. How do you expect to close FY23 in terms of growth and volumes, Sanjay?
Parikshit, thanks. We look at the industry as very positive. We've had a robust growth. We've had good growth, in fact. I'd say from even coming off back from last year, where we had high growth last year as well. And we're pretty hopeful that growth will continue. We've seen good growth in the domestic market specifically, which is very encouraging. Commercial vehicles as well as passenger vehicles have grown. The two-wheeler industry seems to be coming back. We had a very positive festive season, and we hope this continues. So we're really looking at a positive outlook as far as the auto component industry is concerned.
Okay, just to ask you about increase in imports from China, we're looking at the quantum of exports and the quantum of imports. It's almost the same in this fiscal so far. What have been the reasons for this, and has there been an increase in import from China this year?
Yeah, so you're right. China, the import has been marginally more. It's gone from 24 or 26% to 30%, so maybe a 4% increase from that in that aspect. However, if you look at the industry traditionally, we've been a net importer. Last year, of course, we were a net exporter, and we had a trade surplus of $700 million. At this point in time, we're even. I'd say even that is a positive. As and when more localization programs come into effect, we will see this number drop, and we'll see less dependence on imports, and the export number go up. So we're pretty hopeful that we will continue to localize. We have programs that are very well defined between SIAM and ACMA, where we're working on localization programs. We've got to the tune of close to 20,000 crores laid out in terms of the kind of localization we want to do. And once this comes into effect, we will definitely see a drop in imports.
All right. I'd also like to ask you about the COVID surge in China. How worried and concerned are you? What are the reports that you're getting on China as to how the COVID surge there could impact manufacturing?
Yeah, I think it's early days, Parikshit, at this point in time. What I'm reading is it's very similar to the Omicron, which is a mild variant, and I hope it's maybe even a milder variant. Yes, we need to be careful. I think we need to mask up. And we are well prepared as an industry to tackle situations like this. We've been through the worst, I feel, in April last year, where we saw the second wave, where there was a lot of scare at that point in time. However, I'm hoping that this is a milder wave. But yeah, we do need to to be cognizant of the fact that it is spreading again. But it's yet early days at this point in time, and I hope that the world has learned from COVID how to manage COVID so that business continues as usual.
Right. My final question on FTAs, Mr. Kapoor. What are you asking the government on FTAs? There are negotiations going on with EU, UK, Canada right now. Your Australia FTA has been concluded. What has been your request to government?
So I think we want to have free trade. We are globally competitive, and we want to continue to be globally competitive. And we want to import as well as export. And I don't see any, I only see benefits from free trade agreements. In fact, you're right with regard to, Australia, our import is only $15 million. In fact, Australia really doesn't have an auto component or an automotive industry any longer. So, we continue to export there. So it's not really a threat. But, with the other markets as well, we hope that we can continue trade and grow trade. Because, we are, as we grow the industry and as we become globally competitive, we want to be able to trade with the rest of the world.
All right, Mr. Kapoor, thank you very much for joining us here on News Center, giving us your view on the performance of the auto components industry in this fiscal so far, and what could be some of the possible headwinds for the sector next year. That's all we have time for on News Center. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.